So, according to the film site Twitch, Universal Studios is in simultaneous negotiations with Matt Damon and director Paul Greengrass for both to return to the Bourne franchise. In the past, Damon said he'd be open to returning to the role, but insists he would only want to do it if Greengrass was directing. Following their final Bourne movie, Damon and Greengrass went out to make Green Zone together. Greengrass's next film, Captain Phillips, stars Tom Hanks and hits AMC theaters everywhere on October 11th. As far as Jeremy Renner's Aaron Cross character, Universal is planning to continue with the Aaron Cross stream of Bourne films regardless of what happens on the Damon front, with potential crossover of the character's stories to be sorted out if and when Damon signs back on. So, John, what do you think about Damon and Greengrass teaming up again for a Bourne franchise?
I think this would be a great thing. I think, there are things I really like about the first couple of Bourne movies. Like, I like the first one very much. I didn't like the first one all that much. I thought it was okay. I didn't dislike it. I liked the second one a little bit better. But, it was the worst of all films in history. It became the poster child for that whole, the shaky camera. I was like, oh, there's any action, we got to shake the camera around like that. And that is my most annoying peeve of filmmaking today. I hate that. It's lazy filmmaking. It's disgusting. It's terrible. I hate it. But, there were other really redeeming qualities. And then Bourne 3 came out, and I loved it. I loved Bourne 3. It toned down the shaky camera. It was still pretty bad, but it toned it down a bit. And, it was better storytelling. It was better pacing. It was better action. It was really solid. So I think a lot of us were looking forward to seeing him again. Now, I'm one of these guys who I did not dislike the Jeremy Renner take on Bourne as much as most people. I actually was pretty entertained by it. Was it as good as Bourne 3? No, but I think it was better than the first Bourne film. So I'm looking forward to seeing him back, too. I really like the idea of them pulling an Avengers Marvel Universe thing here, have Matt Damon, Paul Greengrass back to do another standalone, and then figure out a way to cross the streams, as it were, to get the two involved again. I think that would be pretty fun to see and pretty entertaining. And watching these two really badass characters, Aaron Cross and Jason Bourne, go into battle together, I just think that would be phenomenal. I think that would look fantastic. Amy Rose, what do you think?
Yeah, I really like the Bourne franchise with Matt Damon. I love Jeremy Renner as an action star, but I felt like his film just fell a little flat for me. I wanted to love it because I do love the franchise, but it just didn't work for me. Everything was just fell a little flat, little lackluster, and it had nothing to do with his lack of talent because I really like him as an action star, as a dramatic actor, everything. I think he's really talented. But yeah, it just kind of missed for me. I didn't hate it by any means, but I was definitely disappointed. And the first film, as you mentioned, had a different vibe, and Doug Liman actually directed that, and then Paul Greengrass went on to direct the next two installments. And I feel like we really felt that because the chemistry between, Paul behind the helm and with Matt Damon as the star, I just feel like those two films were fantastic, and I loved them. And, I think that in terms of being action stars, they're both really talented, but I don't know, the formula worked better for the last two, in my opinion.
Same team. I agree with you guys. I'd love to see them do a crossover Avengers-style Bourne mashup. That'd be amazing.